Morning.
Morning. It is 7:10. We've confirmed that it is actually 7:10 in the morning, and we've got a big drive today. We're leaving Semporna and heading back towards Kota Kinabalu. Go back to the Sabah tea resort where we stayed about a week ago. Google's saying that's about a 7-hour drive.
A 7-hour drive is not the problem.
No, it's going to probably take nearer 9 hours, we think, with the state of the roads. But this was never the plan. Throughout our planning for this trip, we always intended to do a complete loop around Sabah and back to Kota Kinabalu. But speaking to the locals, every local we spoke to had an opinion about the road from Tawau to Keningau. They all said it was either dangerous, prone to landslides, it's very remote, lots of accidents on the road, and even elephants, the risk of elephants on the road causing delays. So in the end, we took the sensible choice and decided to go back the same way.
Which is something I don't do.
No, you're dead against going back the same.
I am dead against. I never go the same route.
Yeah, so we took the pragmatic decision to go back the same route. But as you'll see, we really made the best of it. We're Mark and Goya, the retired adventurers. We gave up our full-time jobs in 2020 and fully retired in 2025. Our aim is to travel, have more adventures and to worry less. Along the way, we hope to inspire others and show that you are never too old to explore the world or to travel independently. Stick around to the end of the video and we will share the lessons we have learned. We've got #1 driver at the wheel this morning.
We had a fantastic day yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a long day. The value was just outstanding, really, wasn't it?
It was. They took us to the 3 dive sites.
Hang on, they collected us from the hotel.
Stop on the beach for lunch. Lunch was good.
Climbed a Great Mountain.
And got a fantastic view over the sea.
And all that for 38 quid?
£38,
yeah.
400 ringgit. On shore, very challenging conditions. So many people crammed into such a small town, all set on having a good time. And the sad thing is, the environment is what's losing out here.
In 400 meters,
there's dirt, plastic bottles everywhere. So what people are coming to see, the beautiful view, the beautiful environment, is suffering from the people coming. I've got a couple more goals for this trip I want to achieve, or we want to achieve. One is to see the Rafflesia flowers. These are large ground blooms that bloom perhaps once every few years, and then only bloom for about 7 days. And because of that, they're quite hard to find. Got a couple of locations. I've been putting messages out on Facebook groups, and I've got a couple of options, so I'm going to try to do that in the next couple of days. And the other thing we'd like to see is turtles hatching on a beach.
Turtles, definitely turtles.
So on our last week, we're going to try and find that as well. So that's the two things to tick off for this trip. So we've got the trusty Waze app going, and it's saying 6 3/4 hours, 6 hours 43 minutes to go, 380 kilometers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
Good
for
morning.
the umpteenth time this morning.
Third take.
We've had a few retakes this morning.
Yeah.
In the background, you should be able to see Mount Kinabalu. It's been shrouded in cloud most of the morning, but it's now popped itself out.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful
It looks nice
view.
against the blue sky.
We've returned to Sabah, the Sabah tea plantation. It was an ideal place to stop after our 7-hour drive yesterday.
Well, nearly 8.
Yeah, it was a great drive. We broke the back of our journey back to Kota Kinabalu. Today we're heading off to see the Rafflesia flowers and then heading back into Kota Kinabalu.
Okay, yeah.
So at the Sabah tea plantation they have a petting farm. This will be right up Goya Street.
Where are you guys from?
From the UK.
Okay.
Nice for the children, isn't it?
What?
It's nice for the children if you have children come.
Yeah, he's not as gentle as the other one.
No, he's not as gentle as the other one. No.
He's beautiful though. Got lovely horns, but they have tied this one down.
Yeah. The poor goat will go hungry by the time you get into the packet. Very gentle, aren't they?
They are very gentle.
After the 6-7 hour drive, 400-kilometre drive yesterday, Sarah Jane's looking a bit dirty and a bit worse for wear again. And the other problem we've given, or somebody's given, Sarah Jane a little small dent. So let's hope the rental company doesn't spot it. We'll keep you posted on that one.
Oh, that was amazing.
It was. We just had a private tour of the tea factory.
By Meladin?
Meladin. Yeah. It's quite fascinating. Unfortunately, there was no photography or videoing allowed inside the factory. But the whole process was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Different than what I thought it was going to be.
The sad bit is the amount of tea bags rather than loose tea.
Yes. Nearly everywhere we've been, it's been selling tea bags.
Yeah.
And they only make tea bags here. 85% of the production is for the Malaysian market, with the 15% for export. One thing we've never seen before on this trip is the number of cats with stubby tails. Initially we thought this was because of the tails being docked, but it turns out it's a mutation in many of the cats in Southeast Asia. Nobody knows where it comes from, but it's also been linked to the Agent Orange sprayed here in Malay by the British in the 1950s and 1960s, and in Vietnam by the Americans in the Vietnam War. But that's been dispelled as just being a myth. We've come about 20 minutes from Sabah Tea, where we stayed last night, and we've arrived at the Adena Rafflesia garden. We've often wondered what the durian tree looks like, and here is a durian tree. Can't see any fruit on it though. Well, go for it then.
Hey, yeah, don't go too loud. Lunch is served.
So that's what we're looking for. I don't think we'll find them quite as large as that. And look at this flower.
It's got a smile on its face.
Yes, that's not. It's quite a rare flower. It's a very rare flower. And here they are, the Rafflesia flowers.
Well protected.
Yes, obviously the rain would destroy them. This one's in much better condition, isn't it?
This one is, yeah.
It
Shame you
flowered.
can't see the middle though.
Yeah, it flowered today.
Popped this morning, did it?
Yes. Let me explain a little bit about the life cycle of the Rafflesia flower. Reading the signs in the Rafflesia garden, I'm not an expert, but I've got a bit better of an idea now. The Rafflesia grows on the roots of other plants. It's a parasitic plant. It extracts all the nutrients from its host plant, and the bud, the flower, takes months, sometimes years to grow, and then suddenly explodes for about a week. The actual flower smells like rotten or rotting meat, and that's to attract the flies that it uses to pollinate itself. The blooms only last for a few days before disappearing and rotting away, and then the whole process starts again.
But they are beautiful.
Yes.
Once they're fully bloomed,
yes,
they really are beautiful.
And it is the world's largest flower.
Okay.
And they grow up to about a metre in diameter. So this place marks the final sad and awful chapter of the death marches in 1945. Of the handful of men that made it this far, they're all murdered. Some of them were actually murdered after the end of the war. So of the 2,480 or so men that left Sandakan, only 6 survived, and they were the 6 that escaped and were helped by local people. We've been following this awful story most of the last 2 weeks. So we've arrived back in Kota Kinabalu and checked into the same building, but a different apartment this time. This one's much more comfortable. Bed. A view over the town. TV. And a small kitchen area. We've just eaten in a restaurant and walked across the road, and we've come across this. It's a free concert organised by a mobile phone company.
Yeah, well, no wonder it's busy this weekend. We had a job getting back into the hotel today.
The only trouble is, we're old enough to be the grandparents of everybody here. So we're up on the 19th floor, which is a bit of a novelty for us.
It is. The last time we was on the 8th.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you're on such a high floor, and it stops at every number before yours, it's a bit of a pain.
This high-rise living is not for us, is it?
No.
Good morning! morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Our days in Kota Kinabalu and Borneo are counting down. This is in fact our last full day. And this morning we're heading off to the Mari Mari Cultural Village, which is a village depicting traditional life here in Borneo. So we'll take you along.
Okay, so here we are at the Mari Mari village.
Yes.
A little bit of confusion this morning, but...
It was, but we got here.
Yeah.
We got here and we're ready to go.
Okay. Are you saying bye-bye because you're never going to be seen again?
Yeah, we're gonna see you again.
Oh, good.
Thanks. See you later.
And after we finish with all the houses, we will proceed to the performance hall for the cultural dance show. And then after the cultural dance show finish, we will proceed to the dining hall for your buffet lunch.
This is distilled rice wine.
The stronger stuff. Make the most of it because it's the only alcohol you're going to get for a week.
Good, eh? Sweet.
Very sweet.
One thing about all the unwanted skin of the bark. And after that, finish with the process. And then you need to bounce the floor. Okay?
Hey, Almighty, 1, 2, jump!
That was very good, wasn't
It
it?
was very, very good.
It gave us an activity for the morning, for our last morning.
We were worried that it might be a bit commercial, but no, it was done.
No, it was-
done very, very well. And that was the Mari Mari. What we have learned is Mari Mari means come, come.
Come, come.
So let's come on to the next destination. The other task for the day is to drop Sarah Jane the car back.
It's going to be sad. I like Sarah Jane. She's served us well.
1.2 kilometres.
But she's got to have a cup wash first, though.
You've bonded quite well with Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane's being returned to the airport this afternoon, but she's in quite a state. So to stop the hire company having a good look around, we're having her washed again.
Yeah. And the reason she's called Sarah Jane is because her initials at the front of the registration are SJN. And we couldn't come up with a...
Yeah, anything better than that.
And Vidal was our last car, wasn't it?
Vidal.
The Beza.
Yes.
Vidal.
So yeah, £2. This is going to cost us, we think, for a
Yeah.
car wash. They're doing a good job. As we said, we don't want the hire company having too close a look at it.
No.
So
Especially because we've got a little bit of a ding on it as well.
it does. So
Nothing to do with us, mind.
I blame the main driver. We're sat on the roof of the Meridian Hotel in Kota Kinabalu.
Next door to our hotel.
Yes, yes. Our cheapskate hotel.
Yeah.
This is a well-known spot to watch the sunset. And it's going to be a cracker tonight. Thank you for watching this far. We learned so much by travelling independently in Malaysia, and we want to share that experience and that knowledge with you. So if you want to learn more about our adventures and what we've done and seen in Malaysia, please subscribe. It really does help us grow the channel. And we want to share 3 things we've learnt in this leg of our journey.
Google is okay, but asking the locals is even better.
Yes. We found time and time again that the information on Google was, it was hard to pick out what was the latest information and what was the out-of-date information. There was so much conflicting information. Going back to the mossy forest was the first time we came across that, where Google was saying both the mossy forest was open and closed. But it was only when we actually spoke to locals did we find that a recent landslide had closed it. And what we did realise in Malaysia, that everybody is really keen to talk to you.
Really?
Because you're travelling independently, they're not expecting to see Western tourists in some of these places. So when they do spot you, they either think you're lost, or in trouble. So they always come up and have a friendly word with you. And that was fantastic. That was a really nice part of the whole trip. Just random people coming up, asking if you're okay, asking what you were doing, where you've come from. And that made it very special. Our decision to drive back to KK was definitely the right one in the end. Not just because of the things that we did, but also we knew to expect the unexpected. We'd travelled the road before, so we had a fair idea where the good stretches were, where the rough stretches were, where people would overtake, where the mad drivers would be. It was almost a case of getting your eye in to avoid the potholes. At times it was a bit like a rally stage, swerving left and right to avoid the potholes. But once you got used to that style of driving, it was surprisingly okay.
Yeah. So the car hire company, they did spot our little tiny dent.
Yes, we didn't get away with that one.
No, which was fair enough. It probably was. It looked like somebody had opened their car door on us, didn't it?
Probably,
But
yes.
to be fair, we could have had a lot worse. Going through some of the terrain that we went through, we could have burst a tyre.
Or broken a wheel.
Or broken a wheel.
It was that rough in places.
It was that rough. So just one little tiny dent, we can live with that.
Yeah. That dent, that small little tiny dent, cost us 1,400 ringgit, about £270. But the good news, we were fully insured for that, so it didn't actually cost us a penny in the end. And we'll cover how we hire cars in a later video. And so if you want to see that, make sure you do subscribe, because we'll go through how we hire a car and get the very best deals at the lowest possible cost and remain fully insured.
We really enjoyed our time in KK. I got my hair cut the first time round. Mark got his hair cut the second time round.
Yeah, it's never a big job cutting my hair.
No. And we even got some more washing done because we knew exactly where to go, which was ideal. It has everything from luxury shopping malls to food courts to even somebody repairing clothes on the street.
It's got a real mixture of everything. Food, shopping, culture. It is a real mix again.
While we were there was a music concert on, and we really threw ourselves into that.
Well, one of the reasons we threw ourselves into it, literally threw ourselves into it, was the fact there was a competition to win an iPhone 17 Pro, and to win or to have a chance of winning the iPhone, you had to enter a number of silly competitions, and as you said, we threw ourselves in.
We did.
And we did pretty well, actually. Well, we think we did pretty well.
We did.
But we didn't come home with a phone.
No. Also that evening, we'd gone to bed, it must have been about 10 o'clock, and we got woken up by a loud firework display. But being on the 19th floor, it was literally outside our window, and we had a most fabulous view of it, didn't we?
Yes.
It was about half an hour.
Yeah, normally with a fireworks show, you're craning your neck looking up in the sky, but here we're looking straight out on it.
It was a good show, it was a good display.
It was.
So in our next video, we're going to head off to the Pension Islands, hopefully for a bit of rest and
recovery.
Because the first 4 weeks were pretty full on.
Yes, yeah.
Very full on.
The first 4 weeks of our trip, we just didn't stop at all. It was go.
Yeah. Like we've said before, it's not a holiday with us.
No. So if you want to see what we get up to in the Pension Islands, please subscribe, comment and like our videos.
Yes.
It really does help us grow the channel. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and we'll
see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.